and those signs cost $4 a piece. So I guess Mr. Reynolds doesn't care that a local citizenry loses, not any worse. I got 4 addresses here, Mr. Reynolds.
Mr. Lynn.
Let me finish this and I'll walk out of here.
Mr. Lynn, let's not get personal.
Okay, 4, well, I asked this Mr. 505 and the other workers on the street, I said, why are you doing this? He said, because our boss got word from Mr. Reynolds that we have to do it. Directly. I have 4 private addresses, private properties, and this happened today. Garden Barrancas, private property beyond the sidewalk. 5 signs removed, and a couple of yes signs removed. On Bayfront, my friend who lives on Bayfront, a block from Seville Square, had 2 Jeremy signs. He said the guy walked up into his yard and took them. How about the corner of 17th and Cervantes? Twice, private property. He's gone up and removed them. A noted lawyer here in town who owns a whole block across from Apple Market. I had 5 Jeremy Lau signs there. The guy removed all of those. So is the city authorizing city employees to trespass and steal candidates' signs? I think this should be a warning to each and every one of you. You're all going to run for re-election in 1 year or 3 years. Are you going to have to go get approval from this gentleman or his boss if you can put your campaign signs out in early voting? I think Big Brother is getting a little wild here. And I think we will be pursuing possible filing criminal trespassing charges against Mr. 505. And we'll see where that goes. I'm sorry, gentlemen, to be this way, but I've been doing this for 12 years. And I've never experienced this action, this blatant, illegal action by this current administration. And I was in charge of Ashton signs. I put 110 of Ashton signs out. I was in charge of his 4x4 signs. None of them were removed. But boy, all of a sudden, we got a Democrat that might win. And somehow or other, we got to take his signs down. Have a good day. Did anybody got a question? Because I got the facts. And plus, we have photos. This morning, we have photos of the gentleman removing Jeremy signs and leaving Mr. Hill sign up.
If I may, can I have those photos, Mr. Larry?
We will get them to you.
Okay,
I've got some right here in my phone.
We're having them blown up, and we will get them to our attorney, who in turn will probably, and I'll go over and talk to my good friend, the chief of police, to find out how I can file charges against this gentleman for trespassing.
Thank you. And if I may, Mr. President, signs are always an issue when it comes to elections. You're trying to achieve a balance between allowing candidates their rights to advertise their particular candidacy, and you're trying to balance that with the ordinance that's currently on the books. For example, the ordinance says that for every sign that's improperly placed, you should be fined $2 per sign. We don't do that, frankly. And I would recommend that council take a hard look at the ordinance. It probably hasn't been looked at in a while, and see if there isn't a better way of doing this. I don't know that. And I would certainly, what it does though is put staff in a very difficult position when we try to have to enforce it. So any clarity that this body can give to that ordinance would be welcome. Thank you, sir.
Pardon me, Mr. Reynolds, but I believe you informed Jeremy Lau that if you put any more signs out, you were going to fine him.
No, sir, that is not what I said. I specifically told him that we don't fine anyone, that currently the ordinance does say that it's a $2 fine, and we do not do that. I did tell him that.